just going to run through Facebook. It'll get us going. Those of you that are on Facebook will be streaming live on Blessed Girl. We'll be on YouTube, Blessed Girl TV. We would love for you to go ahead and share the broadcast for us tonight. All right. And we are live.
Dr. Anana, are you ready for us? All right, welcome, 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 everyone. Today is a phenomenal day. This evening, this afternoon, depending upon where you are literally chiming in from. We are here for the international book launch of the 4C's. I'm talking about Dr. Anana and these phenomenal authors who are making change all around the globe. Now, many of you may be asking, what in the world is 4C's? If you're seeing this from somewhere, what we ask that you do is that you chime in and you tell us, number one, where you're chiming in from, and who do you know on the platform? Why is this important, you may ask? Listen, civility is all about love, kindness, and respect. And we want to love on each and every one of you. We want to let your author, your co-author know who's on the line and where you're chiming in from. So I must say that I'm hailing all the way from Mesa, Arizona, and I'm excited to be with you tonight. We're talking about creating change for a better tomorrow, and it starts right here and right now. We're going to be talking about the 4C's, and I'm super excited as a World Civility Ambassador to be a part of this grand event. I promise you, this is history in the making. And any of you who have dealt with Dr. Anana before, you know that you better buckle up and get ready. If she says that she's bringing you some of the bright stars of this day, you better believe without a shadow of a doubt that she's going to come through with what she said. So without further ado, we just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome to you. And we look forward to a grand and great night because history is being made and you get to be a part of it. Dr. Anana, let's get this party started.
Yes, yes, yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Absolutely.
Oh, fantastic. Listen, what a kickoff. When we have the Mr. Productivity, Dr. Burnett Joseph, World Civility Ambassador, when we have him on the platform to bless us to start this night off right, oh, we are on fire and we are ready to make it happen. I am super, super excited for everyone that have joined us tonight. Now, here's the thing. You know, as he said, the instructions, you are right here. You are at the right place at the right time. And we are so honored that you could be here. We are so happy that you are here because history is taking place. The 4C's, what is it all about? What is it all about? 4C's, civility, civility, community, right? Creativity and climate change. And I'm so excited to share this vision, to share this platform. Each and every one of you here tonight, you are our special guests. So we thank you. I hope you feel the love, you feel the hug. Now listen, Dr. Burnett, now he gave that wonderful introduction. I'm going to just actually, because when we talk about civility and productivity, he is the man. Now, he is hailing all the way from Arizona, correct? Right? And so that's why when you put in the chat where you're chiming in from, because this is a global experience. Tonight, we are more so stateside, but the book itself is a global perspective. So, Dr. Burnett, I want you just to share, when we talk about civility, being a world civility ambassador, what that even means to you. If you could just help those that first time hearing about this thing, civility, IChange Nations, you are one of the forerunners. Please, if you could just share and give them a bit of intro.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Nana. I really do appreciate that opportunity. Listen, when you hear those words, I change nations, you really don't know what to expect, but you're getting ready to experience tonight the founder of IChange Nations and how it all came about. To be a World Civility Ambassador to me means the world to me. Why? Because I believe in productivity, but I also believe in business. And then I also believe in civility. All my life, that's all I've ever known. All I've done is serve and produce all my life. Now, having parents that come from Haiti and learning how to grow up in this society in Miami, Florida, and then all around the globe, my life was riddled with civility. And when I say that, I'm talking about even my mother, when she passed, her 8th grade teacher was at her funeral. And the reason that something like this could happen, Dr. Anana, is because my mother was a woman who believed in love, kindness, and respect, who believed in relationship equity, who believed in doing things the proper way. So when you hear IChange Nations, when you hear world civility, please, ma'am, please, sir, make sure you brace yourself, because there is a tumultuous amount of things that come along with the world civility title, the world civility tag, and the IChange Nations mantra and brand. And you may say to yourself, civility? Yes, I understand. Doing unto others. Yes, the golden rule. But did you know that there is civility in every aspect of life? You cannot inhale and exhale for a 24-hour period without experiencing civility in some shape, form, or fashion. And you will learn that tonight through the 4C's and all of the civility shows that you may see throughout the week. All of these wonderful leaders, these wonderful authors that are going to come forth, you're going to hear civility in their stories. And that's what we want for you to experience today. Civility, in my book, is the engine that drives our world. You cannot live on this planet that we call Earth without experiencing civility. Back at you, Dr. Anand.
Did you hear him? Did you get it? That's what I'm talking about. Now, this is a world-renowned speaker, author, coach, businessman, and you know without a doubt when we're talking about civility, and he's even just sharing a bit about his story, right, that this is something that it touches everyone's life. And so again, Professor Burnett, I thank you for being here. I thank you for setting the stage, setting us on fire tonight. And you just touched on a bit about who our founder is of IChange Nations, Sir Clyde Rivers. He is in the building. But I want to just first lay the groundwork when we talk about civility, when we talk about the 4C's. Where did it come from? Now, you guys, we all know 2020, what a year. What a year. Experiencing the pandemic, right? And when we talk about the challenges that we were facing, can we all say that we saw a whole lot of what? Incivility. Anybody? Yeah, it was some incivility, some instability, right? We all were shook with what was going on around the world. What? My amazing coach and mentor, Sir Clyde Rivers. Oh my goodness, through his coaching, he was like, listen, Doc, you got to keep going. Listen, conferences have shut down, classes have shut down, the world has stopped, but we at IChange Nations, listen, you, Doc, you have to keep going. So he encouraged me and he talked to me, listen, the girls that you're speaking with, the girls that you coach with, the women that you work with, we got to keep this thing going. We got to go virtual. So what did we do? We had our first civility summit, Women and Girls Civility Summit, right? Women and Youth Civility Summit, right? We had two summits last year. Now, out of that, we had some amazing girls and women come together and speak on the 4C's. And I want to just tell you, why do I even say the 4C's? As Dr. Burnett Joseph said, listen, civility is for everyone. Everyone, any age, from the beginning of life to the end of life, civility is number one. So we live civility. We speak civility, correct? But then in order to make for a change, for a better change, because we are creating a better tomorrow, when? today. Put that in the comments. If you're watching, I'm creating a better tomorrow. When? Today. I'm not waiting for tomorrow. I'm doing it today, right? So as I looked at this thing, if we're talking about positive change and creating change, right? The number one thing, of course, is civility. Okay? Then the number two thing is community. You realize that even during the pandemic, what a community looked like, what it felt like to come in and to support one another, right? To really realize who our true superheroes were, if you will, correct? So community, caring for one another, looking out for one another. Key thing, key thing, right? And then the next one was creativity. Now, let me tell you something about creativity. Everything you use, everything we do started with what? Creativity. This pen right here, it started with a creative mind. This phone, y'all know about the phones and the iPhones and the droids. We can compete about that later. If you're an iPhone or droid, you can put that in there too. I know we fight about that all day, right? But that all became from creativity. A bottle of water, someone's creative mind, right? And in order to move the world forward, in order to have the change and create the change that we want to see, we need creativity. We need creative minds. And last but not least is climate change. Now, I tell you this, and especially in the African American community, let's just be clear. We really are not so much, embracing and really championing as far as climate change. And I am going to change that. Can I be the change? That is something that I have taken on to be a champion for climate change. So you see, these are the 4C's. So we came together during the pandemic to talk about civility, to talk about these 4C's. And I am so blessed of the young ladies and the women that came on that platform. Sir Clyde Rivers. He was my co-host. He was the visionary that helped me to make this happen. And after the summit, it was absolutely amazing. I think we had almost over 3,000 people, right, to watch and share in those summits, right? He says, Doc, you got to put this in a book. So what did I do? I follow directions. Somebody say follow directions, right? I follow directions. And so listen, I am super excited tonight that we have the world renowned Sir Clyde Rivers with us. And I'm just going to pass the ball back, right? Because I know we're moving around. We got a lot of folks. I'm going to have Dr. Burnett A. Joseph introduce Sir Clyde Rivers, bring him to the stage as he sets us off tonight as we launch this book.
Absolutely. Once again, Dr. Nana, I salute you and all the authors. Let me tell you, a man that truly needs no introduction. If you were to sit and try to figure out his accolades, it would take you days, if not weeks, to actually go through them. Someone who has been knighted, someone who literally holds the keys to multiple kingdoms. I'm talking about people, presidents, kings. They call him and say, how can you help me do what? Change my nation. And that's why he created the founding organization that we're discussing today, IChange Nations. When you think about a Sir Clyde Rivers, someone who is humble, someone who is transparent, someone who is influential, but at the same time so humble and will be willing to have a conversation with you without extra. Are you picking up what I'm putting down, folks? I hope that you are, because Sir Clyde Rivers is in a class all by himself. This is a man who has created platforms for many. He's not looking for a platform. He is the platform. But what does he do with his influence and his leadership? What does he do with his tutelage and his mentorship? He says, come, let me help you. Come, let me show you. Come and I will teach you. So I'm telling you right now, if you are on this Facebook or this YouTube stream, I'm talking about, we are talking to the world civility leader, Sir Clyde Rivers. Sir, we appreciate you. We love you. We honor you. And we yield the floor to you today as we get ready to launch the 4C's book, introducing none other than Sir Clyde Rivers.
Man, thank you so much, Dr. Burnett. And you know what? My mentor is Dr. Burnett, and Dr. Anana is my mentor. And we have Betty Speaks and Karen Moore. Man, I'm telling you, we have the best of the best in the world. If I can encourage you, Dr. Anana started this. This idea came to her in actually Guyana. Blessed Girl is what she was doing. But see, Dr. Anana has become a stage. And please listen at what I'm saying. Right now, the world is looking for interruptions. There are things in the world that have to change. Dr. Anana and these amazing young women are the new paradigm. Please, please, when you become a paradigm, you have to create everything and you have to think like a gardener. Don't think like a mechanic. Dr. Anana started this with a thought, and this thought she has actually grown it like a gardener. I've watched her engage with young women all over the world, and I've watched her build them. And I've watched her pull giftings out of them. And now this book will be an amazing #1 seller book. And I want to tell you this. What makes this book so powerful is it is relevant for culture today. It is, and the powerful thing in it is this came from the young generation. Dr. Nana is a pioneer for the next generation. And watch this here. When she started working with these girls, they were all special. But now I could put any one of these girls on an international stage and they would crush it. They would crush it because they understand, they understand statesmanship, they understand protocol, and they have knowledge. And I want to tell you, we're going to take this 4C stage all over the world. But watch this here. It won't come as a #2. It will come as a #1. Let me tell you, what I'm doing now in the world, I'm being called to speak to cities. I'm being called to speak to ambassadors of regions to empower and encourage. But I want to tell you why that happened. Because I stayed true to the call. If I can encourage every one of you out there, stay true to your call. Don't jump all over the board, because hear this, you will never master everything. You will master one. And I want to give you a nugget. The real leader of any institution is not the one with 1,000 followers. It's the one with the information that people can't live without. I get calls every day from all over the world. Dr. Rivers, can you help with civility? Can you help with... So I want to own the information that the world needs. This 4C concept that Dr. Anana and you amazing girls put together, this is cutting edge. And watch this. And it really hasn't hit our community yet. But the concepts in this book will hit Africa. It will hit our community. It will hit the world, but it will hit it from the #1 stage. Dr. Anana, man, I'm telling you, hats off to you, because what you've created and what you built, you've empowered the next generation. And please, please, everyone watching, if you want to live long, empower the next generation. Empower the ones that are going to outlive you. Give all your information to them and think about the future and not just your presence. Dr. Nana, I'm honored that you would have me speak, and we're honored to have you as a part of IChange Nations. And I'm telling you, you are a cutting edge leader, and I would say that anywhere in the world. Dr. Burnett, I want to thank you for just always being there for us, for always being an amazing leader. And we have Dr. Karen Moore, the legend, and we have Betty Doesn't Talk, Betty Speaks. I mean, I just love all you guys. Let's impact the world. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow, wow. Listen, sir, I thank you. I appreciate you. I thank you for your leadership all around the world. I mean, as you said, even in Guyana, just taking me by the hand, taking me globally, going into Burundi. And I love the fact that, you know what, that #1, guys. You were the first one. Listen, there's no #2s at the top. They want to speak with, they want to meet with the #1 and dealing with the #1 mindset. And you certainly helped me to understand, like, I'm #1. What God gave me, what visions he's given me, the talents, the things, I am number one. And you know what? Each of these girls on here, they are number one. They know it, and it's going down the line. So I thank you for your leadership. I thank you for being here tonight. I know you could be jumping on the next line to talk to a king and ambassadors and so on and so forth. But I appreciate you being here and kicking us off tonight. So thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Well, let's get into it. Listen, I just wanted to let you know a background of about what 4C's, what the philosophy is. Hearing again from World Civility Ambassadors that are endorsing and supporting the book. So I'm glad that you can get that perspective tonight. Now let's get into what you came for. Let's start tonight. Let's talk to our authors. We got to hear from them. We need to know what it was like, what the perspective is like. You guys need to know about these amazing ladies, just as I have. As I travel around the world, I meet so much incredible women, young girls, right? But they are so brilliant. Can I tell you brilliant? When I say brilliant, I'm like, what? What did you just say? That was your perspective? You knew that? And I always say, listen, I got to take me with you. You with me. We have to get your voice out there. We have to amplify your voice. And that's what this book is about. So I want to jump right in. The girls are ready. They've been prepped. We've been meeting. We've been working hard. So I'm going to go in alphabetical order. I think that's the best way to do it. And I'll tell you, we have girls here from the U.S., Midwest, East Coast, in the South, right? And we have girls and women from also South America and Africa. And they will be here tomorrow. The international audience will be here tomorrow. So I want you to join us as well. But first up, I want to go with our first co-author. She starts with the letter A, right? So that is none other. Come on up to the stage, Aaliyah Smith. Come on up.
Hi, my name is Aaliyah Smith. Good evening, everyone. I'm 15 years old and I'm a sophomore in high school in Kansas. No, Dorothy and Toto from Wizard of Oz aren't here, but I'm a part of many groups such as Dance Team, which this year was my first year on it, and I also lettered in dance this year. I tried out and made the team for next year, and I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully, we will get to do more as COVID restrictions are lifted. This is my second year in JROTC, and I was recently promoted to the rank of Sergeant Major. And I was also nominated by my JROTC lead teacher to lead the JLab group. JLab is short for JROTC Leadership and Academic Bowl. Also, another thing I'm involved in is the Department of Veterans Affairs Center for Civic Engagement Student Leadership Council. I'm a senior in Girl Scouts, and I have been in Girl Scouts for 9 years now. I have served on the Teen Leadership Circle for 2 years now as well. I am passionate about many things, such as being a good person, being kind, and most importantly, thinking about others and what they gain and helping them gain goods and services to improve their quality of life. A project that I would like to tell you guys about is my community poultry project. This project will be completed as my Girl Scout Gold Award, which is taking place right now in Kenya, Africa. My goal is to empower women of the community and build their self-esteem. And this project addresses food insecurity and income inequality in the region. We will address the hunger for this community because households headed by single mothers experience food insecurities on a regular basis. We're addressing income, which many single mothers have limited employment and the chance to be an entrepreneur. We're addressing training skills, which is teaching participants to be self-sufficient, self-sustaining, and the art of negotiation. We are also addressing generational wealth, which is the goal of the project, and we are also empowering women with knowledge, skills, and business principles so that they can transfer it to their children. This project has been strategically designed for sustainability. The chickens will provide a renewable food source of meat and eggs. We also have a solar energy component. Our plan is to use solar panels as energy for the lighting of the project area, as well as the energy to provide power for the refrigerators, which will keep the vaccines cool. The manure from the chickens will be used as fertilizer for the vegetable gardens planted to provide additional food for community members. We are still moving ahead with confidence and determination. The Kenyan president has lifted the COVID-imposed travel restrictions, and we have had more supplies delivered to our project site. As a matter of fact, we just laid the cement foundation this week. Our project has given much needed income to the villagers who are transporting the sand, gravel, stones, and bags of cement down to the project site. So we are also helping the men in the community as well by giving them jobs and opportunities to support their family. I do want to mention a few people who are making it possible. So thank you, Pastor Dorcas Kavad, the project facilitator. Thank you, Agape, the community liaison, who is also graduating this year. Thank you, Dr. Ruben West, my project advisor. And lastly, thank you, Dr. Juma Nashan, my site coordinator. This project would not be possible without you.
Wow. Now listen, y'all, I don't know about you. If you're watching, if you're here with us live, did you hear all that she's talking about? Does she not encompass all of the 4C's right there with her poultry project? So I know if you're on here, you know how you can give the hands up or a love, but let's make sure we show Aaliyah Smith some love for all that she's doing. And then the fact that she is able to share her story, share her experience, her expertise in the 4C's. So listen, Aaliyah, let's talk about what is your C? Please tell us about your C and how, obviously, even in your intro, we've learned about how it has impacted your life and you're actually impacting the lives of others. But can you please tell about your chapter and what your C is?
Yes, my C is community. And when I think of the word community, I can define it in many ways. What comes to mind when I think of the word community is our family, groups, neighborhoods we live in, and where we work, and also experiences. The length of time and exposure within those communities also contributes to our overall experience.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Now here's what we say it. Now you shared in the book. This is your first time actually authoring a book and being a part of a published project. What was that like? I mean, you know, we talk about writing and authoring, and I always meet people that say they want to write a book. What advice, what can you share about the process? Was everything already in you? Did you have to listen to music? What would you say? Tell us a bit, take us on the journey of course, you know, you're saying yes to participate. Where did you start? How did it all work out for you? Tell us about that.
My experience as an author has been quite interesting, and I'm not really into writing, but as a leader, I do believe that we should stretch and do what we need to do so we can be successful. My purpose for contributing to this 4C project is another income source to support my community poultry project, but also to be an example and show others what a helping hand can do.
Phenomenal. Now you stay tuned, you stay close, all right, Leah, don't go nowhere. We're gonna bring you back. We're gonna move right along. All right, going to the B's. That was an A, then we're going to the B. We have Dr. Betty Speaks. Dr. Betty Speaks, please let the folks know online, listening, in the room, let them know who you are. Please give them a little intro.
Can you hear me okay, first of all?
Got it.
Listen, you should have had me come on before Leah. How can I follow that? Seriously. Oh my goodness. So like she said, my name is Dr. Betty Speaks, and I honestly, I'm just here, you know, with these amazing authors. And I tell you, I have fallen in love with each and every one of them. But what folks love most about me is that I am your lifetime imprint leader. I am extremely passionate about empowering individuals to resurrect and establish themselves through the four components of life, and that's spiritual growth, financial literacy, personal development, and professional development. I am that chosen warrior who inspires others to create an imprint that will live on long after they are gone. So I hold virtual groups and family workshops on the leaving an imprint process. I actually help them to understand the importance of rising above their life encounters and how they shall start facilitating simple things into their lives just by getting rid of stress and any plagues that are currently going on in our nation. And I hail you from the area of Simpsonville, South Carolina, but my husband and I are actually from the state of Rhode Island in the city of Providence, Rhode Island.
Wow, wow, wow. Well, we're so honored to have you here tonight. Honored for you to take part in this book, in the 4C's. Tell us, what was your C?
Okay, because I'm greedy with the C's, Anana was nice enough to say, you know what? You can have two of them. So I honestly was privileged that she gave me community and civility.
That's right. That's right. You came into double trouble, right? And just
Yes.
talk, if you can, about civility and how that has impacted your life. Anything you want to just share about civility?
You know, I heard Professor B talk about his upbringings, and I know he and I have so much in common. We share the same background in the military, and then Ben, he's from Haiti, and I know what it's like being over there. I was on an assignment over there. So when you talk about civility, it means being courteous and polite. Being in the military is what is a stronghold for me because it taught me a lot of values. My grandmother taught me a lot about being civil, and it doesn't hurt to tell you that Dr. Martin Luther King died on my birthday, and even he, you know, died just trying to give a definition, let others understand what it is to be civil, to be courteous and polite to others. You know, the great Martin Luther King Jr. describes our relationships to one another as whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. That quote of his is so powerful and so true. And this is why I wanted to expound on how important it is to be civil. And I'll just tell you also another quote of mine. It comes from one of America's founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin, once said, "Be civil to all, serviceable to many, familiar with few, friends to one, enemies to none." So that's how important it is to me to be civil. And it's hard. It's hard even today to be civil to someone that hurts you, someone that does something to you. But as long as we stay grounded, and I'm so grateful to you, Dr. Anana, for this book, because now that I have put it in writing and you have allowed me to do some research on civility and building community, I have to own up and stand in the image of what I have placed in this book so I can live up to what I have contributed to the four C's. How's that? Did I lose you?
No, we're good. I said thank you. Can you hear me? We're good?
Yes, I
All
can
right.
now.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for opening up and sharing a bit about your contribution. We're going to come right back. Let's move on. Let's move on. I'm going through. I'm going to move on. We're going in alphabetical order, but I don't see. You know, I need to know if you're ready. I see you on the camera, so I do know who's ready. I do know who's ready. Okay. Listen. All right, there she go. There she go. Simone Banks is here. You guys know Simone is actually one of the youngest co-authors. Now, you guys know if you attended any of the civility summits and a lot of our Blessed Girl events, she is always rocking out. So, Simone, please introduce yourself to the room. Let them know who you are, where you're hailing from.
Hello, everyone. My name is Simone Banks. I am 14 years old and I am from Edison, New Jersey. I have a strong passion for digital design, cooking, reading, and writing. And when I go to college, I want to major in graphic design and probably minor in culinary arts because, always got to have a backup. And I guess, let's see, recently I participated in the New Jersey Orators competition and was part of the Perth Amboy chapter of presenters, to which I won the highest medal, Excellence. I'm currently taking care of one, soon to be 2 guinea pigs. Love them. Pepper, I'm gonna name the second one Salt because why not? I'm currently attending Edison High School and I'm a freshman. I am a part of an advanced college program that is called AVID, which stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. And before coming to Edison High School, I received the Humanitarian Award for Kindness and Generosity throughout the entire school year. I guess, let's see. When I'm not in virtual school or not doing, any of my homework, I am usually drawing in my room nonstop. Let me tell you, just all day, I am staring at a drawing tablet, nothing else. My mom comes in, hey, what you doing? Drawing. Ah, I see. And so, yeah, I love to do graphic design. And one day, I hope to become a famous cartoonist.
Well, we know that. You guys better write down that name, look at her face, because you know without a doubt that she is going to fulfill everything that she sets out to do. And I love the culinary arts. I mean, you can get up in that kitchen and cook us a plate, every now and again. So I appreciate that. So Simone, tell us about your C. What was your C and what does your C mean to you?
So my C was creativity, which to me really has no definition. Because to me, creativity is just about like being you, about stepping out of your boundaries and pushing the limits as to what you can do. And creativity isn't all about art or music or entertainment. And a lot of people don't really realize that because anything you do really is creative. The way you talk, the way you walk, your ideas, your thoughts, your feelings, and even your emotions.
Very good, very good. That is so key. What we were saying even in the beginning, everything is about creativity. You know what I mean? It's not just, you don't have to think. We all are creatives. And I really hope that everybody receives that and believes that you are creative. I can barely do a stick figure. You know what I mean? But my creativity, how I dress and how I flow and just being me and how I speak and connect with people. But it's so important that we tap into our creativity, right? Because we all have it. And you certainly are an example of that. Anything you want to add to creativity, to that piece of it?
One more thing I'd like to add is just be you. Like, there's nothing specific you can do to be creative. Like, it's just all about just like your everyday thoughts, your movements, your feelings, and just all around what you do.
Did you hear that? She said, be you. I love it. That's definitely one of our Blessed Girl anthem is be bold, be you, and be blessed girl. And so listen, I didn't even know that creativity is about just being you. I love it, tapping into who you are and not and it takes courage to be creative. It really, really takes courage. So we're going to move right on. I'm going to go right into Miss Karina Brown. I see she is ready. She is another co-author, one of our younger ones as well. So we're going to bring her up to the mic. Go ahead, Karina.
Can you hear me well?
Gotcha.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Karina Brown. I am from Michigan and I have a passion for people who are different, and mm, I'm sorry, I'm nervous. I'm sorry. But
You have
sorry,
a passion for those who are different. Okay.
yeah, I have a
Understand.
passion for those who are different, and by different I mean vitiligo, people who have vitiligo, people who have albinism, and the reason I'm so passionate about that is because I grew up being different because I'm hard of hearing, and I've always just been the creative of the bunch. So but my C is creativity, and to me, it's about embracing your differences, without without letting anybody stop you
Okay.
from
That's it.
embracing your differences. And going back to my introduction, I am a junior in high school, and I go to my middle college, and it's a high school and a college together. Um, and meaning that I will come out and graduate with my associate's degree. So I have one more year after senior year. But okay, where was I? So creativity changed me for the better. It expanded my visualization for people and their differences. Creativity also helped me meet new awesome individuals who were impacted in a positive way by my art, and I was impacted simply by their essence. So that, and I went through the process of my chapter in bio by simply allowing the writing to take over me and help me heal, because I put some of my pain in the writing, and so it was an emotional roller coaster for me. I was excited at first, then I kind of got sad, but I bounced right back. Um, I want people to realize that success isn't an easy road. When you are called to do something great, it's not going to be easy. There will be distractions. It will hurt, and it's not going to be easy. Okay, you just can't jump right to it. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have. But I put my pain in paint. Um, also vitiligo is loss of pigmentation in skin, gradually losing pigmentation in skin, and albinism is when you're born without pigmentation in your skin and hair. Uh, and but one thing I have to say is just be extraordinary, not ordinary. So
I love it. Did you
I think you're muted.
guys hear that? Karina Brown said, "Be extraordinary, not ordinary." Y'all put that in the comments, okay? Now. Here's the thing. Now, these young ladies are coming up. They are sharing their experience, their expertise, even some of the challenges. She's talking about putting her pain in her painting, and even the process of writing. Now, y'all have to show them some love. If you are watching, put some hearts on the screen. Shouts out to them because, again, here's the thing. Karina, how old are you?
Oops, I forgot to say. I'm 16 years old. Yeah.
Karina is only 16 years old. Now, I don't know if you 40 something or more or older, right? Can you get on the stage and share, right? At 16, can you encourage? Can you tell someone that, listen, be extraordinary, not ordinary? Could you do that? We have some phenomenal young ladies that are on this platform, that are in this book. And more than anything, I want you guys to make sure you encourage them, you love them, right? And we are good to support him. That's what you're here to do, right? So, Karina, that was just absolutely incredible. You did it all. Talking about you nervous. Come on, girl.
I was a little nervous, and I'm like, "Ooh, I don't know what to say."
This is what we do. It's just your truth, right? We just talk
Yeah.
up through the process, correct?
Yeah.
Of course,
Thank you
respect
so
that
much, Dr. Nana.
You know, it's just me and you. Don't even worry about everybody else. Me and you, we talk. All right, that's it. No reason to be nervous. So again, phenomenal. And now she is an artist, KTA. She goes by KTA. Okay, is that right?
Yep, I forgot to mention that too.
She
Yep,
is
I go by
Karina the
KTA,
artist.
Karina the artist. Yep.
That's right. That's right. And when did you start drawing, Karina?
I started drawing when I was 3 years old, but I started painting when I was 9 years old.
Wow. Come on, y'all. Give her them hearts and this love, right? She is now 16. What? Imagine what she's going to do in the next 2 to 4 years, right? Just imagine. She's already preparing for college and taking college classes. That's what this is about, right? And I love this because she talked about her challenges being hard of hearing and her ability to connect with others, right, that suffer from vitiligo. I hope I said that right.
You said it right the second
I got
time.
it this time, right?
Yeah.
So this is it, guys. This is what the 4C's is about. It's about helping our women and helping young women amplify their voice, right? Really tap into their power, right? And come on out and share. And here's what happens when they do it. You already know, right? There's going to be a whole multitude that's going to come behind them and do it, right? That others are going to see them by example and say, listen, what? Simone did it. Aaliyah's doing it. Karina's doing it. I can go down the list. We got 10 authors. Dr. Betty's doing it. What? But listen. Last but not least, y'all hold on tight. We have one more amazing young lady on the line tonight who is going to share a little bit about herself. Now, she came tonight. Y'all saw Karina with big hair, don't care. Now, that's one thing that I do is tell these girls to embrace themselves, love their beauty, love their hair straight, big, curly, nappy, whatever, right? It's me and we love it. And they came through tonight, y'all. Can we just give some love for my girls with the hair, with the big hair, don't care? So they came through. So next up, Miss Tamia, come on up, sis. Talk to us. Tell us about your 4C experience.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tamia Jure Lewis Saints. I am 17 years old. I am a junior in high school at St. Vincent Academy in Newark, New Jersey. I reside in Sussex County, but I have a lot of other endeavors in Essex County, so I am between the two. I'm very dedicated and hardworking. I consider myself a well-rounded student. I do a lot of extracurriculars. I am a Girl Scout. I have been a Girl Scout since Daisy, and I'm currently an ambassador. I'm a part of the TAC team at my school. I started freshman year. We couldn't do it sophomore year, but I continued junior year. I am also a peer leader at my school, and that is something I currently work on. We help out with the freshmen and we give them advice, especially since it's COVID and virtual. We talk about all the difficulties and help them go through that. I am passionate about bettering myself all the time and just doing what's best for myself and my future. I'm very passionate about being successful, and I'm also passionate about helping others, as I love to spend time with my family and friends and just help out and be an overall great person. The recent accomplishments will be track. I had a meet a few weeks ago and also on Tuesday, and I achieved first place in hurdles, as hurdle is my favorite event to run. I like to do 100-meter hurdles, and I also do 400-meter hurdles, which is very hard. The C I wrote about was civility, and civility means everything to me. Civility is something I believe a strong person has to encounter, because when you have civility, that means you're encountering such a very hard circumstance and you're covering it with a respect. And I believe that's very hard to do. And how it's impacted my life is because I was grown up off of civility. As I am a God-fearing child, I always see civility in my life, and everything I do. I show respect to everyone and everything I encounter. And it brings off on other people because they see it throughout with me. So when I show civility to someone, it's a butterfly effect, and everyone feels that on me. And it gives hope that there's great in this world and how civility can make a change and how we can all do better. What I want readers to get out of this book for my C contribution is that, like I said before, civility is for everyone. You can't feel afraid to step out, go out of your comfort zone, be you, and really achieve your greatness, because civility starts within you and from the purest form of your heart. So I would like everyone to try civility, because with one step, we can all change the world. The writing experience was very interesting for me. because the thought about writing a book was very intriguing. I'm not really a book writer, but I do like to write and talk. I do like to talk a lot. So writing a book, I'm not the type of person who wrote down all my notes and really did all that type of stuff. I'm more of a person who went in my head and I talked to myself and I was like, okay, I'm writing about civility. Let me encounter my steps. And I also had help from a teacher who really inspired me on some of the thoughts in my book. I found it pretty comfortable writing on my bed, well, typing in my bed. I found my comfortability there and just all my ideas expressed really easily to me than going outside or finding a beach or something. I just want everyone to be their best selves and always try to figure out how they can interpret civility in themselves and in their lives and see the impact it can make, because civility is something big and I think we can all achieve it. Thank you.
Come on, come on, come on. Kids, y'all listen. Love, hearts, hand claps, shouts out, right? Tamia. Now, if you've never met Tamia, when we talk about civility, when we talk about true civilist, she really, really is that and exudes that. And I hope you guys, even just a little bit that she shared today, that you realize that. So when you read her chapter, you're going to know exactly what I'm saying. And if you're on here and you know her, you agree with me, right? Come on, put your hands up. Let me make sure you know and understand that you cannot get an amen, that is exactly who she is. This is her life, seriously. And at such a young age, now Tamia, you are going into your last year of high school, is that right?
Yes, I'm currently a junior. Next year I'll be a senior.
Currently a junior, next year a senior, and I know, again, for a global audience, right? So she'll be going on to university, so that she's going into her last year. She'll be moving on into university. Did you even speak about? Did we talk about dance and the things that you do in choreography? Sometimes they be skipping over stuff. I'll be thinking about, the choreography piece of it,
Yeah.
and the church and serving. Yeah, a little bit about that.
Okay.
Make sure.
I've been dancing since I was 2 years old. Started competing at 5 years old, all the way until about 14. Then I stopped competing because I wanted to focus more on school in high school. But I competed for all those long years. And then once I started doing dance in school, I'm actually a leader for the dance club. And I started that this year. We're still doing it virtually. And I'm also a praise dance leader at my church as well. And I choreograph the dances and I help the girls find their inner talents and all of that. So that's the experience that I really like, because I really like to help the girls and find their talents. And also in 2018, I was able to have the great opportunity to dance with Debbie Allen. So I was in LA for a month, which is an amazing experience, and just meeting new people and networking, that was amazing. So dancing has a really big impact on my life. And I always try to continue to dance, as I do take some gymnastic classes now.
Yes. I had to make sure we talked about that, because listen, I know the girls, right? And some I do know, some I don't know well, right? But I wasn't sure. I let them choose their C, right? I laid out the philosophy, right? And they knew what it was about, and they had the opportunity to pick which one. And I knew that to me, it could have went either way. She could have been like, Dr. Betty Speaks, and went with both, right? But she really went with civility. And one other thing, tell me, why did you choose civility rather than creativity? Because I knew you definitely could have done both of those, written about both of those.
I chose civility because once I started doing my research on civility and really figuring it out, I really truly believe that I live civility and that I am the definition of civility because of how much I help others. Like, if you were to ask my friends to describe me, they would say that I'm very humble and I'm known as that advice giver, and I'm always talking, I'm always speaking truth and life into them. And I just love being there for my friends and my family. And I think civility just really is really come from my heart, and especially as me being a Christian and realizing God for myself, and it just expresses throughout my whole life and everything. So I really just relate more to civility, even though I do have lots of roots of creativity, but civility really expresses my personality.
Come on, y'all. She just dropped the mic, right? Did you hear that? Speaking about her faith, right? Speaking about who she is. So I love it. Did you get how I had to do this? Do you get why this had to happen? It was one thing for me to come up with this philosophy, right? It was one thing, and not even come up, that really God gave me the vision and the intel, basically. I say the intel, right? That listen, these 4C's can help create change, can help create positive change, because people really don't know. You know what I'm saying? They said people really are looking for answers. And so I knew that this would be a solution. But it was one thing for me to say it, for me to put it out there, but it was another thing to bring others along this journey with me. And not just bring women like myself, but how about we bring the youth? How about we bring these girls to the stage and let them talk about it? They already are being about it. And that's what the 4C's is about. So you guys tonight, you met half of the team. You met half of the crew, right? The other half and then some will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? So we want to make sure that you connect with us tomorrow. You hear a lot more of our global speakers, as well as a lot of them will be here tomorrow. I think most of them will be back tomorrow. But I just want to say thank you so much. And just as you watch, hopefully you're connected with us. We're on YouTube, Blessed Girl TV. On Facebook, we are Blessed Girls, right? And you can connect with us there. We're live there. If you want to learn more about this project, they're all going to have their own book signings, in-person book signings. I know as the world is starting to open up, social distancing, but we're going to have in-person book signings. The books will be available. The majority of us here have them on the East Coast, let's just say. So they have them in hand. But we just thank you for your support, and always understand that listen, change is not always comfortable, right? But change has got to happen. What they say, the only thing consistent is change. But we can now steer change. We can create the change that we want to see. And we do that through the 4C's. And I'll say, listen, y'all know what it is. Number one is what? Civility. Type it in, civility, right? Community, creativity, and climate change. And in order to make sustainable change, positive change, you have to have courage, confidence, and consistency. And so listen, my name is Dr. Anana Pfeiffer Durham. I thank you so much for joining us tonight. Make sure you connect with either of the authors. Get your copy. It is available now. Get your autographed copy from the authors. The ebook on Amazon will be available tomorrow. You can't order it tonight for pre-order, but it'll be available for download tomorrow. But we thank you for kicking off this 4C's movement tonight. Ladies, I'll just have you say greetings before as we sign off. We started with Aaliyah. We'll have her kick us off. You want to send the greetings and say thank you to everyone, Aaliyah?
Thank you everyone for coming. It's really appreciated. And I just want to thank Dr. Anana for this opportunity. So thank you.
Blessings. All right, Dr. Betty, go ahead. We'll go right in the order that you spoke.
Again, I too want to thank you, Dr. Anana, for this amazing platform. Such a pleasure to be with all these phenomenal young ladies. I want to adopt each and every one of them. Tamia, we're talking, girl. So thank you, and thank you also, Dr. Burnett, wherever you are out there.
Indeed. Thank you.
Blessings to you all. I'm signing off now. I got to hear everybody. I love the work that you're doing. God bless you all, and onward and upward, folks. That's what it's all about.
Indeed, sir. Thank you for being here tonight. Kicking us off. Just a side note, he is the publisher of the book. So we had his support throughout each step of the process. So I thank him again for his support. All right. Come on, talk to us, Karina. Any closing words?
I just wanted to say everybody did good. Everybody did awesome, actually. But thank you, Dr. Anana, for having me on here and having me on this book and contacting me to be on this book. But yeah, thank you, and thank you for all the support in the comments. I didn't get to reply to them, but thank you so much.
Indeed. All right, Simone, you up next?
I'd like to say thank you for tuning in to see us. All you guys went out of your way to join. So for that, I have to thank you, and thank you, Dr. Nana, for letting me share.
Love it. Keep shining, Simone. We love you so much. All right. Tamia, she ended off the night real strong, so she's going to send us off. All right, Tamia, talk to the folks as we close tonight.
I don't think there's enough words I can put together to say thank you, but I truly appreciate everyone who's been supporting me and always just showing love. And especially you, Dr. Anana. Like, I really, really appreciate this and just a new journey, just something new to write on my resume and talk about and tell people. And I just can't wait for the next things that we have to do. Thank you, everyone.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. I love it. I love it. I thank you guys again. And I love how Aaliyah said, listen, this is income. Listen, this is a part of my business. Listen, so you guys know, get out there, support, help them spread the word. Because listen, 4C's, we are creating change and it starts today for a better tomorrow. My name is Dr. Anana Pfeiffer Darrell Home. I thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. We almost done. Woo, my goodness, Karina, who's still here? Oh, Tara's here.
I'm here. I'm here. I didn't know if you wanted me to stay on or not, so I'm like, okay, let me stay. And